Good morning. I'm turning the background music way down. It seems to interfere with this microphone. So I'm still trying to figure that out, but I know that if I want you to hear me, I've got to get real close to this microphone. I've got my paint cam right here. I see that I am live. I hope you're doing well. This is Bernaid Flanoy. We are painting a cute shoe. Won't be with you long unless you get in here and you want to join me. Grab your art supplies, whatever it is that you have, even if it's just a little half sharpened pencil on some paper, grab it. If you have crayons, colored pencils, if you've got watercolors, I'm using acrylic paint today, craft acrylic paint, and I'm doing just a silver metallic with a little bit of glitter paint on top. Matter of fact, it's called Craft Smart Crystal. It's a glitter paint. I'll pull it over here in just a moment. Grab your materials. I'm getting the paint cam ready and we'll start in just a moment. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you to the replay viewers. For those of you that don't know, my name is Bernaid Flanoy. I'm an art teacher by day. I paint portraits. I do paint parties. I love art classes. I love painting with people. So I love to share positive painting experiences with you and the group that you serve, whether you're on the social committee, whether you're the event planner for your group, your church, your association. If you need fundraising, go to thepaintedpost.com. Make sure that you subscribe. You can join simply by contacting us on the contact section. There's a contact us page, and usually at the bottom of most of the pages, it should be a contact us. So I am so glad to be painting with you today. I'm going to get the paint cam set up, and then we're ready to get started. I forgot, I have to introduce myself. Okay. I got to do that. All right. Let me turn this back up. All right, so I'm showing you some of the things that I've painted recently. I think back here in my background, I've got the football, an apple, pumpkin, and I've got the pumpkin that I painted a couple weeks ago. Let's see if we can get this out without knocking things down. There we go. Here it is. So this one has some of that same glitter paint that we are going to use today. Now, while we're painting today, make sure I hit it with another coat of it. So let me show this camera too. Oh boy, are we fighting with the light? There we go. So there we go. And I'll also show this camera. This is what we worked on last week. Super fun, super cute. And some of these things, guys, are not on the website yet. Just shoot me a direct message. Thank you for the people that reached out already. we will get better with the business side of things. I love the art side. The business side, I know I've got to make sure I become stronger in that because, I love doing this. I would love to be able to provide for myself coming live and painting with you, painting for you, of course, at the different events. But I know I got to put this stuff on the website for the winter. Uh, and there's some Christmas holiday things that are coming up. I want to get a couple of really nice bundles. So let me know what you're interested in. You can make comments here, but I would love for you to email me info at thepaintedpose.com. Info@thepaintedpose.com. Of course, you can get into my direct messages on Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't know if YouTube has direct messages. Twitter, of course, Instagram, all of the places. I don't do Snapchat, y'all. I mean, I even have a TikTok. Okay, I got a TikTok over there. So join me out here on social media. I'm here. I'm ready to work with you, ready to serve your groups well. Okay, that's what I love to do. So I join you live on social media, invite you into my studio just so you can see me throw a little bit of paint around, so you can kind of get familiar with me and recognize that, we got a pretty good grasp on doing some of this stuff. So I would love to share good, positive experiences with your people. So without further ado, let's get on down to it. I have the paint pots here. This is how I package up my art kits, but I've got my bottles of paint. Let me just, because of, let's see if I can go ahead and stand this up. Let's see if it's going to act right. It may be part of the broadcast. You know how the talking heads are. Maybe I just need to just go ahead and own up to it. I'm a talking head too. Let me go ahead and have my little whatever's right here. I am going to use some of the Sargent liquid metal. I love the gold. This is silver. What do I have over here? Is this going to be on camera? I love the metallic gold. This is what you will get in a kit. If I send you something and it needs some gold in there, that's what you're going to get. And what I referred to earlier was the Michaels Craft Smart. This is called Crystal, and this is their glitter acrylic paint. LUV. Love, 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 love this. We're going to try this out today, and then we're going to put a coating of this on top. Oh, I hope we don't need the hair dryer. I have it here. Thank goodness. I probably need to get that extension cord out because I know I probably do need it. Thank you so much. Okay, let me go back. And good morning to you. All right, let's move these wonderful things off of here. I almost want to just hit this real fast with another coat. It's something about the fine glitter that just adds another nice decorative element. And that's what these things are. So let me move this over here. I need to make sure you guys see Bob. Bob is here. And just in case some of you guys are not familiar, Bob Ross was the all-time guru on public television. Was that public broadcasting station, PBS? I am a PBS kid. Sesame Street, Electric Company, Mr. Rogers. That was me, and I'm so thankful for it. So let me pull out Bob, and we're going to get started painting. Here's my shoe. I'm not sure whether or not I want it on the right or the left, but maybe I'll just go ahead and do this because this is what I put in the graphic. And I also don't know if some of you guys know about the story. The story behind all that Bob Ross built. And lost, what do you call it, control over to a certain extent. Um, oh, you got to protect your intellectual property. So I am not a guru of that. I am still learning about that. Um, we're making some moves behind the scenes. It moves kind of slow, not always as quickly as I would like, but I will keep you posted on some of the things that are coming. If you're interested, oh, and I'm pointing down like I haven't. If you are interested in purchasing this shoe, send me an email at info@thepaintedpose.com, info at thepaintedpose.com. You will find me there, or hit me up in the direct message. Let me get myself back on over here. I'm going to put Bob. He is always like right here. And I did purchase this maybe about a year ago. I have Bob over here like in front of the microphone like he's ready to say something. Let me put Bob on the shelf. I also do not have my link for the Happy Mail, but if you'd like to receive a little bonus mail, and you're interested in it for you or your child or somebody in your group, once again, email me, info@thepaintedpose.com. That one does not put you automatically into my newsletter recipient group. But if you want to get into, you want to subscribe and get our newsletter so you can find out about specials and whatever, go to thepaintedpose.com and either click on to subscribe or contact us. Let us know what you're interested in. Like I say, I paint portraits, I do paint parties, I make art kits, and I love to join groups for painting sessions. So ongoing art sessions, if you're interested in some of that, let me know. But if you just are like, Grenade, I just want one, let me know that as well. Okay, let me set the mail. Let me put it back. So I will try not to talk while the background music is on. I will have to lower it if you need to hear me, but I'm going to make sure I'm trying to check the comments, but I'm going to put this background music on and get on down. Remember, a little bit of paint goes a long way, way. That's the biggest mistake I see at painting events in my classroom. Too much paint. Okay, so I've got one coat on there. I think one coat will work out fine. Let me kind of pull this up a little bit so you can kind of see. I think that one coat will be okay. Let me try to get a little bit closer for this camera here. But I think you can see a little bit of the warmth of the wood coming through. You see, that did not take long at all. That's why this stuff is so much fun. And it could be like an icebreaker. If you're having a birthday paint party, you just want people to gather early. They can come in and paint that little thing, set it off to the side. I'm in, I'm out. And then you guys go ahead and do your thing. Of course, you know, I provide what you need. If you don't need me there, then you get your paint party box. If you're local right here, I pack it up. You can have the easels, whatever it is that you need. Most of the time, you don't need the easel. It's just a nice presentation piece. You know, everything is just standing up, and it just calls to your guests to say, hey, there's some art stuff about to happen, and it's going to be fun. And it looks more official, but you really don't need a bunch of fancy materials. An easel is nice sometimes, but sometimes, like I'm painting right here, just painting on a nice, flat, sturdy surface. Okay, so don't worry. Um, you know, keep it simple and keep it moving. All right. So that first coat is soaking in over there. I think it's 9:19. I think I may do a second second coat. What was I going to do in the meantime? Could this shoe be gold? Yes, it could be pink, it could be blue, it could be whatever color you'd like. But you know, the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, you know. So sometimes New Year has a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. So if you are stepping out, you may want to have a little metallic on. It just makes things better. Okay, so we're good with this. It's drying. Usually once I get the paint on there, I try to smooth it out in one direction. So I'll just slap it on, okay? Because I know the first coat is absorbing. I did not add any water to this. Could have, just to moisten the surface to make it a little bit more receptive, but I didn't. The paint is smooth and nice. And so let me show you this again. Let me show it on this camera. So Sargent, hello, Sargent liquid metal. Now I'm plugged into the Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping that the quality of the live broadcast is good. Sometimes it'll, um, oh, that's kind of distorted. Let me drop this down like this. So Sargent liquid metal. I'm going to start adding some links so that you could quickly get to some of the materials that you can order either on my site or on Amazon. So we're stepping up our game over here a little bit. So I think this is okay for. Let me just touch. Nothing is coming up. I think this is okay for our first coat. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit right onto the shoe surface, and I'm just going to smooth it around, and then we're going to top it with our glitter. Now, like I said, let me show you this. This is Michael's Craft Smart. Martha Stewart. There are other paint companies, Deco Art, Plaid. You know, there's so many companies that make really, really nice materials. So this one here is just my, I'm trying to get it over here, guys, so you could see that it says crystal. Okay. What does that say? Is this in, it's in Spanish? I'm trying to see if you could see some of the holographic um, coloring here. So it's multicolored, but it's mainly clear. Okay, there are some that are less clear. Let me see it. Let me see if I can turn this way so you can maybe see it a little bit better. This ain't working, is it? Let's see about this. That ain't working either, is it? Maybe you can see just a little bit. I'm trying to see if you can see a little bit of that shimmer up in there. It's hard to see. The studio lights are not necessarily helping it. Trying to give you multiple angles. I think you can see it a little bit there. Ah, that's better. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this next coat on, and then of course I can just gonna put a little bit here because I don't need a lot. And like I say, I'm just going on ahead, squeezing this out, and you don't have to do this part the way that I do it. You can always squeeze it out on your uh, plate. So I'm just gonna smoosh this on over because that first coat kind of seals that surface and makes it nice. And then the next coat, you don't need as much because it's gliding and sliding all over. So, oh, I am hitting my camera. I may, y'all, wait a minute. We ain't got time to be throwing any paint. Okay. So I may have to raise the camera up a little bit more. I tried to make sure it was good and close, so we didn't have a whole bunch of extraneous background. All right, so I have this like in all the little nooks and crannies of the wood. And so I'm just gonna smooth it out. Now this is craft paint and it's designed to lay flat. This is not where you're gonna get a whole bunch of thick texture. But now this Sargent one, ooh, looks like I need a little smidge right here, y'all. Let me get just a little bit out of the lid. Okay, that's another good trick when you need just a smidge. Get it out of the lid. You don't even have to squeeze out anything. All right, I think this is well covered now. So if you have time at a paint party, this is another tip because I love working with people that love paint parties, the ones that love to throw a good paint party. And if you've heard of the paint party craze and you've never been, come on over here, visit me. I'm going to give you a few tips to make your time there more enjoyable. So you don't have to be anxious about it. Okay. I love that people teach you step by step. You draw this shape, you draw that shape. Usually I don't teach mine that way. I like it when you can kind of paint your own thing, but usually that's for the paint party lover that has attended more than one. Usually there's freedom in, what do you mean? There are 30 of us in here. We don't all have to paint sunflowers. No, you paint whatever you want. But usually there is, whoever the host is, they need to kind of lock it down to a couple of choices. So yeah, I like to give you a couple of choices, and then I like to bring some blank canvas for those people, because there's always those people in a group that like to, what do you call it, tread down their own path. And I love that. I love it. I love it. I'm here for that. But you can have a perfect, y'all, is this what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing in it. I'm putting silver paint on myself. Okay, this is what we're doing, y'all. How, why? Let me put this down. Let me go ahead and hit this up right quick. Excuse me, y'all. Last week I dropped the painting down on the floor, had to stop and go pick it up. So we're just giving this some time to dry. All right, because if you don't allow it to dry in between coats, I'm just trying to show you that it is metallic. That's not necessarily all wet. If you don't allow it to dry in between coats, what you normally will do is you will ruin the first coat. Okay? You have wasted your time. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. Think about it when you get your nails done. You need to let that first coat completely dry. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen, when you're painting a wall in your home or you're painting a surface. You need to excuse me, you need to let that first coat dry completely before, excuse me, before you add anything on top of it. Otherwise, you're asking for some trouble. So it's no different at a paint party. When you go to a paint party, sometimes you can't do this in restaurants, not understand the sanitary effect of it, blowing dust or whatever all around. It's good to have a hair dryer, okay? Business owners, especially if it's in somebody's home. Usually I like to take more than one. I would like to have maybe one for like every 20 people because um, when the hair dryer is there, and let me just come off of this for just a second, okay? You have that one hair dryer and you've got this person has their canvas, and it will catch all the ambient air or heat, whatever. So you want to have it uh, available. That helps move things along. That helps get that second coat. Sometimes yellows and sometimes some light pinks. You might need 3 coats of paint for that to really be vibrant. Okay. It's just the nature of the paint. Some paints are more opaque than others, white and black. They're going to cover, they're going to do their job, usually in 1 to 2 coats. But some paints you need 2 to 3 coats, sometimes a 4th to really make it pop. Now, I am going to touch the surface. I'm going to move my, let me move this over here. I'm going to move my paint to the side. Let me just double check over here. All right. Let me go back over here. I will start the music here in just a moment. Let me, oh, you can't see it. Let me invite you back down. It's completely dry, completely dry. Now we're ready for the glitter coat. And it is 9:30. We're doing pretty good. Now I will probably edit this and cut this down a little bit. I say that, but when you have a staff of one, sometimes you don't get to all the things. So I'm glad to join you live. And once again, thank you to the replay viewers. I am going to zoom in on this part here. I'm going to squeeze out a little bit over here. Come on over here. You know what, y'all? We are only live, right? Let's go ahead and shake this on down. Okay. Just like a thick ketchup or barbecue sauce. All right, here we go. I think we're good. There it goes. Okay. Now that is probably too much. That would be good for 2 coats. So what I will do, I will coat our shoe here. Here we go. And I'll bring back up our pumpkin. Okay. So let me put that right here in the queue. And you'll see how quickly and easily this goes on. Okay. So when you're at a paint party, usually a good hostess is going to have some final touch elements there. And that would be just gold and silver and some kind of glitter, you know. So this, once again, I don't have an affiliate link yet, but I may need to be over here asking. But this has just been my go-to. All right. Let me put the music on. I'm going to go paint, paint, paint. I'm going to paint the shoe, give that 1 coat, and then I'm going to paint the pumpkin, give that. Where we going, y'all? You could see some of the glitter there, but when I did this live a couple weeks ago, I did not let it dry. Big mistake, but we keep moving. Okay, let me put the music back on. All right. So I've got the first coat on the shoe. I had to stop, and I guess this had been sitting and I didn't shake it up well. So it wasn't distributing the glitter all the way. So I had to get another one. This one I've had. Um, Let me see. I think you can see that there is some delicious, shiny glitter on here. There we go. I think you could see some of that now. All right. So that's what that is right there. So this other one, maybe it's just been around. Maybe it's just tired. I guess I didn't shake it enough because I see all the glitter there, but I think I just had the bonding agent. So these are drying nicely over here, and I think you can see the nice sparkly stuff. And it just, like I said, adds a little bit of a festive touch. Now, that is that. I am, because I had to get in there and intervene with my backup bottle. This is kind of super wet. So it's shiny because it is wet, but it's shiny. Oh, look at there. Oh, that's that coffee hand shaking. Because I promise you, I'm not nervous. This is what we do. Okay. So this is that coffee kicking in. So I realized too that when I painted this originally, I don't think I have one of my door welcome signs. Well, I've got create over here. Let me see if I can flip this over here right fast. So for my create sign, let me slide this over. This is some cuteness here. The gnome thing, we're going to get into that. That is also a fun trending thing. If you have a welcome sign, WELCO, this would probably be part of the O. These are like the 6-inch ones. I did one for my sister-in-law. I can't believe that's been 2 years ago, but she has like a home, HOME sign. And I think on the back I did fall or welcome or something like that. So these are great for those signs. Okay. Now, I do believe the pumpkin one is pretty much dry. This one is bright lights. This one is pretty much dry. Okay. And this other one, if I were to put a second coat on here, I would actually mess up the first coat. So we're not going to do that because that's what I told you. Don't do that. Let that dry. And like I said, we're slowly but surely getting a better studio set up. I think if I plugged in my hair dryer, the way things are set up right now, I think I'll blow a fuse. So I wanted, shout out to Mr. Elder, my handyman, to come through during fall break, but I warned him that I was ill up in here, and I did not want to spread any of the cooties because this one sat me down. It wasn't COVID, but this head cold sat me down for a minute, and you still hear the frogginess there. So I wanted to get some more electrical outlets in so all the studio lights won't blow. So I wanted to get that done. So that's going to come up. It's not life or death. I'd much rather him be healthy than come in here and catch these germs. But I've been back to work this week, so I'm so grateful to be feeling better. So this is the pumpkin that has a little glitter shimmer on it. And then this is the shoe that's not quite dry. It needs a second coat, but we will probably have to do this off air. Okay. So thank you. I'm going to just sign on off. Thank you for joining me replay viewers. I am so glad that the paint cam seems to be working, and this other, we don't call it the mug cam, seems to be actually doing pretty well. I am going to sign off. That's all I need over here. I don't see any questions there. So yeah, thank you for joining. This is Bernaid Flournoy, art teacher. And I'm going to call myself an art coach. You know, I'm the artist on duty over here. Thank you for joining me inside of my studio. I love to paint and create, and I love to paint and create with you. Like I say, none of this is on the site. I'm gonna get better, y'all. I promise. I promise. Join my email list, like and subscribe on my YouTube. Hello to LinkedIn. Hello to the Paint Party online pop-up shop page, and hello, of course, to YouTube and everybody else that's watching. I appreciate you. I thank you for joining. Do something that makes your heart smile. Do something that makes your mind, your soul come alive. Do something that makes someone else smile. Invite them to paint with you. I am going to sign off. I have a vending event on Tuesday here. So if you are in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, and you are attending the Indiana Women's Conference on Tuesday, you're going to see this big old head up in the place. Not on stage, y'all. You know, I'm not ready for any of that. I'm just going to be back there at my little table. So come and say hello if you are attending. So I am grateful to be stepping out into new waters. You do that. Have I made mistakes? Oh, yes, Lord. But we keep on moving. Okay? Keep moving. Keep going. Never give up. Never, 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 never give up. Sometimes you got to sit down, though. Whew, but you keep on going. I'm signing off. Peace to you. Have an amazing, amazing day. Set aside some time. Give yourself some permission to create. Enough said.